Ash, Amaretto will go around in the semi-finals on Saturday night.
Yeah, really happy with her. I was wrapped with her last race on the second heat here last Tuesday. Probably had her a little bit big, so I expect that she'll be a lot better coming into the semis and she'll be spot on. Fingers crossed if we make the final, but yeah, couldn't be happy with her.
She's won her last three and she looks to be backfiring like she was sort of career best.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew she'd be a better 3-year-old. She's filled out a lot. She's got a lot stronger. Going into the New South Wales Oaks, the Bracelet Series and the Victorian Oaks, we obviously had some problems there, which her form sort of deteriorated a bit throughout that, which, you know, probably to her fairness, probably shouldn't have started at those times, but thought we could push her through. But at the moment, she seems to be sound and nothing like that seems to be coming back, touch wood. So, yeah, we sort of expected her to be sort of now where she would be throughout the season, but yeah, a couple of hiccups obviously didn't help along the way.
What about her strength and the distance? Will she be fine with that?
Yeah, she's very versatile. She's got high speed. If we sort of went back off the arm, she can run a blistering half home, or she can do that bit of work as well, and the distance doesn't sort of worry her. She's such a relaxed little thing. She doesn't sort of fire up, and yeah, so the distance, I think she's a lot stronger this time in, and I feel the distance probably may work to her advantage.
Ran second last year as a 2-year-old, obviously striving to go one better this time around.
Yeah, for sure. She's a tricky little horse. She, because she's so small, she actually takes a lot of work, and it's taken me probably a season to work her out. She, to her credit, I probably had her underdone last year. You know, being a small 2-year-old filly, try and look after him. But once she sort of got down to Menangle here, I sort of worked out the hard way that I probably didn't have a forward enough for that series. But another season in, and I've worked her out, and yeah, I probably couldn't have a better heading into the series this year.
What about Mr. Chow going around in a Rising Stars heat? Now, you have won a Rising Stars series, and you're giving, if you can get through to the final, you're giving a junior driver the chance to have a drive on a big day.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great series, and it was an absolute pleasure to be in it, and to win it was even better. But yeah, Mr. Chow's going quite well. He's probably racing in his best form as well, and it's hard down here, but he's running around the 53 mark, and that's probably as good as he can go at the moment. But I'm sure he'll be competitive, that's for sure.
And what about Lochinvar? Goes around in the free-for-all.
Yeah, I'm absolutely wrapped with the way he's been going, although on paper it doesn't look that great, but the last 2 weeks he's actually got home in 53 both starts and hasn't picked up a check, but he's drawn quite well on Saturday night, and he's been one of those horses, he can't possibly go any quicker, but he's certainly not pulling up tight after his run, so we're going to drive him more aggressive on Saturday and just see where he lands and how he can finish off with him, because he can do a bit of work, but like I said, he can't obviously break 53, and that's what they're running at the moment home, so we're going to do that bit more work with him on Saturday night, and if he goes well and handles it, we'll probably head up to Brisbane with him.
Looking at the Sunshine Sprint and the Black Fake up there with him? Yeah,
for sure. The 1,000-metre tracks really suit him, and he's one of those horses, he's sort of got real good speed if he can sit on the better one. So if I can sort of, get his form up for Saturday night here and then head up to Brisbane, it's definitely what we're aiming for with him, yeah.
All the best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.
Gavin, Sally Fletcher goes around in the semi-finals of the 3-year-old fillies.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. Drawn a bit wide, but the 2 main dangers have drawn wider, so that's some help. So, yeah, hopefully we can get a good spot early.
Do you have to press forward and try and stay ahead of those main dangers, or where do you settle early?
Yeah, I think we've got to, really. Just, you get too far back and it's too hard then. But you've got to need a bit of luck early, but to get in somewhere, yeah.
What about her ability to stay? Is she a good stayer?
Oh, she's definitely got stronger. I thought she went good the other day. She sat parked the last lap, and they went in the third quarter in 27-1. So, and she only just got beat. Obviously, ideally, we could get a sit all the way, but unfortunately, you can't always get that. Yeah.
She ran third last year as a 2-year-old in the final. Do you think she's come along in the 12 months since?
She has. She definitely has. But whether some of the others have come along a little more, and maybe she needs a bit more luck now to be able to beat them, but we haven't had much luck with her all season, and I think things are hopefully starting to turn. Yeah.
What about $1 Million Wave in the 3-year-old Colts and Gelding semi-final? He actually competed in the final last year for the Tubs and finished 7th.
Yeah, he went good in his heat at Wagga, and then he was very disappointing the other day here. We thought he'd run a really good race, so but he's took a bit to settle in, and he's settled in good now, so he's going to need a lot of luck. But on his day, his form in Melbourne before he came here was terrific. So at his best, he can run a cheeky race, yeah.
His work since the race here has been okay?
Yeah, it's been good. It has been good. And, yeah, he just took a bit to settle in, I think. And and he had a look at the track again, so hopefully he'll improve.
What about Lou's lad goes around in the feature race number 7?
Yeah, he went terrific the other night. He really got home well and in probably a stronger race than what he's meeting Friday. It's drawn bad, but hopefully we can get a bit of luck early. And, you know, he's just a great old horse who always pops up in these races, yeah. He
looks like he's come back very well this preparation.
He has. He's had a few injury problems over his career and he just keeps coming back. He's a great horse.
And what about El Rama in race 2? Looks a really suitable race for him.
It does. He a little bit disappointing last start, but we've freshened him up since then. And yeah, on his run before that, I think he'd be a big hope. Yeah.
And just on the Spin King, you qualified him last week for the final behind Shadow Runner. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, very happy with him. We've always had a big opinion. We've never thought there was much between him or Match in Heaven. But he hasn't really produced it yet at the races, but I thought he went a lot better the other night, yeah.
Barrier draw dependent? Will he need a good draw? Obviously, you're racing our Waikiki Beach, but you know what do you think? If he draws a good gate, is he a realistic place chance?
I think he is, especially if they run. If they run, he's probably a little stronger than Quicker at this stage. But yeah, like we've always, the other night show when they went 53 and kept rolling, he liked that. So the key is for him to run all the way. Yeah.
Any truth in the rumour that he's named after you and your indoor cricket prowess?
Definitely not named after me, especially if you've seen me.
Brad, Spare Me Days goes around in the semi-finals on Saturday night. What are you expecting?
Yeah, no, well, he's been racing sort of the best he ever has, and at home it's the best I've ever had him. So yeah, fingers crossed that he can just lob somewhere handy and get into the final anyway.
2,570 metres of the Canberra Cup last time, so the distance isn't going to be any problem for him.
You know, I sort of purposely worked him into these longer races this time in. Like he first start back, he was 2,300 at Menangle, then the heat at Canberra was 2,500, then back to Wagga, and then yeah, last start was 2,500 again. So yeah, sort of owned him at because I knew the final was going to be 2,300. So that was the plan anyway.
Do you think he's toughened up in the last 12 months?
Yeah, for sure. Even just this last time in, like he's come back and 4 from 4. Like he's just. Yeah, like I said, the best I've ever had him, and yeah, couldn't have him going better at the moment anyway.
Last year he ran third in the final. Did it come up too quick for him?
No, he should have won that too. Like he lost probably 30 metres at the start. He galloped away and yeah, would have given the last horse 20 or even 30 metres, and then sat outside. And I think he only got beat 5 metres or something in the end. Like he just should have won it. Just he had a few issues as a 2-year-old, like just growing and a few little things wrong with him, but. He seemed to have got past them this time in, and he's going the best he ever has.
All right, what about you driving He's a Dude in the other 3-year-old Colton Gelding semi? He's been going really well lately too.
Yeah, no, just when we put him out, like a few things went wrong and just didn't have the ideal prep this time in, but he's just starting to go good at the right time and run into a good one and kept under wraps. But same thing again, if he can run first 5, at least if he draws good in the final, then he might be a chance to earn some money.
And you've got Sweet Molly O'Shea in race number 7. Bit of a step up for her. She's going around in the free-for-all.
Yeah, that's it. Sort of a bit hard now. Like she's an M4 and I'm going to have to get used to that sort of racing. But I'll be able to just drive her quiet against them once and yeah, to see how she measures up anyway.
How do you think she'll handle that, being driven quietly just off the speed in that top grade?
I've been wanting to do it sort of the whole time in. It's just hard coming back like on that mark when she went from a C2 when she first came over only 6 months ago to an M4. Like. It's just hard to have them at the top of their game when they come back into that sort of company. But yeah, she'll need a bit more racing still, like in that company. But yeah, with the right run, she'll be as good as any of them in that grade.
Your dad's qualified dancing with Miley for the 2-year-old fillies, and obviously there's a couple of talented ones there, our Golden Goddess and also that Heaven's Trend. But that early gate speed she's got, if she happens to draw a gate in the final, she's going to put herself in the picture early.
Yeah, that's for sure. If she can draw in handy without having to just burn her right out like she had to the other night, like she can just only zip across 1 or 2, then yeah, she's a big chance of earning some money.
She's really improved. She's only lightly raced, but she looks like she's improving every time she goes out.
You know, well, she only probably come to us 6 or 8 weeks ago, and sort of she went from a green trial and then we qualified her and started her within sort of a few weeks and just got better and better. Her worst got better, and each run she just comes out and keeps stepping up. So hope she can do it again in the final.